Welcome, one and all. My name is Mike, and welcome to what I'm calling the Video Game Lodge. I'm a longtime fan of games, but this is the first time I'm recording a genuine Let's Play, and I thought I would start with the favorite of many, including myself, Mega Man. The very first Mega Man, back when the series was just sort of finding its ground. Reportedly based off of the manga superhero robot Astro Boy, created by Osamu Tezuka. Keiji Inafune was a big fan of that series, and he decided to make his own sort of homage to it, and little did he know it would create a fantastic series spanning many games and many spin-offs to boot. But you probably know all that already, so I'm just going to jump right into it now. The very first game here only has 6 Robot Masters instead of the classic template of 8, so talk about your prototypes. Usually I like to start with Bomb Man, because he himself is pretty easy to beat and his stage is relatively easy as well, so let's get right into it. Ooh, 100,000 points. Wait, points? Yeah, that's right. The very first game here has a relic that is not seen anywhere else. It actually has a point system, if you really give a toot about high scores. Usually I don't in any game I play. But reportedly Mega Man was going to be made for the arcade. I can't totally verify this, but it is a... Sorry, I'm distracted by the fact that these bombs look like they have Game Boys on them. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I mean, this is before the Game Boy was made, and I'm being delusional. But anyway, yeah, points really don't matter very much in the series, although you can get these little pellets to increase your score at the end, but like I said, it's pretty much unimportant. Usually be caring more about the power pellets. Oh, the power pellets, your energy pellets, also look different. Wait, power pellets, that's from Pac-Man. I'm already mangling my speech incredibly here. It's a little hard for me to talk and play at the same time. And I'm going to be focusing more on playing, so if I start saying incomprehensible babble, I apologize in advance. Oh, hey, here's the very first Sniper Joe, very infamous enemy of the series. And an example of early video game AI here, he will keep blocking your shots if you keep shooting into him. You have to let up a bit and wait to actually attack. Also, despite the fact that he has his shield out while he's jumping, you can hit him while he's jumping, so that is bizarre as it is. Alrighty. Now those guys explode if you hit them, so don't get too close. This is before Mega Man could slide, or consume energy tanks, or use passwords, so he's definitely got his work cut out for him. Oh, those spikes down there, there's a very unfortunate thing with spikes. Lots of enemies are shielded here. You can't attack them until they try to attack you first. Now, the thing with spikes is, if you get hit, you don't have what's known as mercy invincibility in this game. That's, say, in other Mega Man games, if you get hit, you flash for a couple seconds and you can't be hit again. Like I just passed through Sniper Joe there after getting run into it. Oh my gosh! Double bonus lives! Yeah, those, smiley Mega Man heads give you 1-up, and occasionally enemies will drop them, and I got very lucky, so this is going to be helpful, for later stages, I'm sure. But hey, we're already at the boss's door. Oof. Okay. Now here's another relic left over with Mega Man games. In the future, the boss corridor is just a simple one-screen breather. In this game, it's actually a much longer jaunt venture to the opponents, and they're actual enemies you have to deal with. And already we're at Bomb Man, whose name is pretty descriptive, but so far I know there's absolutely no relation to be had to Hudson's mascot, Bomberman. Actually, Bomberman's not the mascot, that would be the bee, Hachisuke. But, yeah, I digress. So, Bomb Man is a chump. I only got hit once or twice back there, and boom, we've already been in the first level. Huh. I feel like I'm moving too fast, but, you know, I don't want to slow up too much either, because that would be boring. I don't want to... I mean, I will be gabbling a lot, but I don't want it to necessarily interfere with my performance. So, the weapon that you get from Bomb Man is the Hyper Bomb, which is weird to use, but it is what will totally maim Gutsman if we can hit him. So, Gutsman, one of the more popular and recurring Robot Masters of the series, his level really irritated me a lot as a kid. Oh, and this is the very first appearance of the Mets, or the Metools, or the Metools, or the Metars, or whatever the hell you want to call them. These cute little guys that can only be hit when they peek out and try to shoot at you. In the original game, they look kind of lazy-eyed, but later on, they got a more wide-eyed, cute appearance. So, these platforms really cheesed me off as a kid, because I didn't realize, like, you know, they keep on moving, and then they'd eventually tilt down and try to buck you off. I didn't realize that the little ring that those platforms are attached to is what determines when they fall down. I thought it was when the platforms themselves actually went over the frayed parts that determined it. Unfortunately, the platform below this one is not syncing up very well. Okay, there we go. Alright. 1, 2, 3, and there we go! Stick the dismount. Boom. Oh, these jerks. Oh god, I hate these guys. The Bladers, as they're known as, these grinning propeller jerkwads. But, you can fake them if you hop in the air a bit first. Oh, I forgot to finish what I was saying with Mercy and Invincibility earlier. And then we have these minor guys flinging pickaxes at me. Yeah, so, there's a pair of spikes. So, normally in Mega Man games, if you get hit, you fall in a bed of spikes, you can actually live on there for a second because nothing can harm you after getting hit. Not in this game. You fall onto a pit, even if you are blinking, and boom, that's it, life lost. So, this game is... Oh, jeez, it almost happened right then and there. I thought it was going to, anyway. Wait, bonus life. And a little energy pellet. And here we have the closest thing to a mid-boss in this game, the Big Eye. Every Mega Man game has a gigantic enemy that leaps around and takes a gargantuan amount of punishment, and oh my gosh, we're already at Gutsman. Wow, the levels really do feel short here. Once again, this is probably a prototypical game thing. Levels themselves are incredibly straightforward affairs. Excuse me. So here is Gutsman, and we're going to try to destroy him with the Hyper Bomb, but the weapon is a little hard to aim accurately. And, darn. He's really slow, though, but you can't hit him directly, and he jumped right onto the explosion. That's good. And every time he hits the ground, I get stunned, but... Oh, hey. Hey, that was pretty easy. Yeah, sometimes he'll jump around quite a bit and evade your explosions, but things went pretty well there, all things considered. So then we get the Super Arm, which is pound for pound one of the most bizarre weapons in the entire game, since it's context sensitive and you can't pull it out whenever. But Cutman is very weak to what you can do with it, so we'll hit his stage next. I've always thought this is a delightfully ugly stage palette. It looks like Aquafresh toothpaste. And there are these Blader guys again that I am very unfond of. In the first game, this series had very good music. I'm not going to start whistling because that's probably not going to register very well in this microphone. But, yeah, I'm just trying to storm through these stages as quick as possible. Not necessarily making this a speed run. I don't think I have the focus to, you know, qualify for awesome games done quick. No, those guys are effing professionals. I can't even compete. Oh, here are these lazy-eyed suction eyeballs here. I think they're called Susies. For some unorthodox reason. All the enemies actually have names, but you wouldn't know unless you, like, looked up an official database or whatever. I unfortunately can't tell you the names of most of them off the top of my head, but I do appreciate the effort that went into designing even the mooks in this game. A little bit of slowdown here. I imagine for its time, Mega Man was actually a pretty powerful game, so it would slow the processor when trying to record several enemies on screen at once. See, there's a little bit of a lurch in the gameplay there, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to destroy all these guys, just some of them. Oh, that's a weapon capsule, which also looks different from its final design. Looks a lot simpler like the energy capsules. Bladers, grinning. Go grinning all the way to robot hell, you wads. And here's this guy again from Bomb Man's level. He's like a floating super met. Keeps on spawning until you get out of that level. There. Ah, here's another big eye. See if I can destroy him before he squishes me, because if you get hit by one of those guys, it takes a fantastic chunk out of your life bar. And already we are at Cutman's door. These little screw things, screw turrets as it can be called. Alrighty. So, Cutman himself is not too bad to deal with, but we can kill him in 2 hits if we can hit him with the super arm. So, Cutman, normally you can't use the super arm on its lonesome, but you can use it to pick up those bricks. Hopefully I won't miss with this. Oh god, I missed! Ah, shoot. Well, now I'm gonna have to finish him off the old-fashioned way. Thankfully he's not too bad to take care of. Actually, yeah, it's pretty easy. Although he hit me with his cutter on the way back, and if I was very low on energy, that would be really rage-inducing. That's what's known as a Kaizo trap, where you think you've beaten the game, but nope, you get killed after you've killed the boss, and named after Kaizo Mario, where the person who designed that is very cruel, and no, I don't think I'm ever going to play that. Well, we'll see, yeah, I'm having fun with this so far. Already we're halfway done with the Robot Masters, and we'll move on to Electman, which is arguably the toughest challenge in the game. He's pretty tough himself, and his level can be a bit of a struggle, since you have to keep climbing vertically instead of running all horizontally. Then you have these little robots that skim the ground and can't be destroyed. They can only be stunned with your Mega Buster. Like that, and ow. Okay. Then you have these blue balls that shoot out electricity. Up the ladder here, then you have... I've always called these guys the Watchers. If you don't shoot them quick, they'll blast you off the ladder, and you'll go plunging for several screens. And it's going to be incredibly annoying. Thankfully, you're not on a time limit. As far as I know, no Mega Man game has ever imposed a time. Oh, jeez. Behold, the #1 bane of platformers everywhere, the disappearing blocks, officially known as the Yoku blocks, where you have to study their patterns before you can actually advance with them. Well, I noticed that they're perfectly synergized with the, like, liney background here, so it's like they're popping out of the wall instead of just appearing out of nowhere, which I think is a pretty clever little design detail there. Also, I'd like to point out that, yes, the stage music, for some reason, sounds like the song Faithfully by Steve Perry. The one where it goes like... Whoa, whoa, yeah, that one. How embarrassing. I'm not going to do too much more there. Jeez. Oh, just barely missed me. Oh, this item. This is the only thing that you get for an assist item, the closest thing we had to Rush back in the day, the magnet beam. And the way to get it is to actually pick these blocks up using the super arm and toss them out of the way. Now make sure you pick that up, because it will be impossible to clear the game later if you don't. Very, very mean thing they did. Not sure if that was on purpose or whatever, but, well, you'll see, you'll see. I do like, though, that you have two different pathways that you can take here. It adds a little bit of replay value, even if, oh shoot, even if it's a relatively minor detail. Do be careful, though, when you scroll up a screen. Don't be too hasty. Usually, though, Mega Man's been good about not, like, instantly killing you when you go on to the next screen like that. Not like a few infamous traps in Star Tropics. But I want to say one of the later games does have a cruel gotcha like that. But so far, this one's fair. It's just tough. Oh, big eye. Oof. Giving my thumb a fair workout there. Now we gotta climb up to Elecman, who is one of the harder robot masters to fight, and is weak to the rolling cutter, which is a... oh, darn it. Which is a powerful but tough weapon to aim. I'm getting buzzed by these electrical traps here, so gotta be a little more careful. Also, his elect beam hurts like all hell, so we gotta be careful for that. Alright, bring it, you placemat. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was bad. Whoop. Yes! Oh wow, he's just a millisecond away from roasting me there. Huh. Darn. That was a good fight. And for what it's worth, I'm getting an awful lot of points, but a la whose line is it anyway, the points do not matter in the least. So we already are just down to 2 Robot Masters. For some reason, though, electricity is what you use against Iceman, which I guess makes a thread of sense because he's water-based, and there's a lot of water in his level, which has a lot of Arctic palm trees. Makes me wonder, is this like an island that was flash frozen or something? Because I just now realized those palm trees are there, and they're a bit of a contradictory detail. But yes, Mega Man water physics are non-existent here. Usually he gets a higher boost while jumping in the water, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Once again, another prototypical detail. He does seem to be moving a little slower, however. Of course, Mega Man is a robot who is probably at least 1 ton, and he is not buoyant. So, well, actually, no, Mega Man 8 gave him the ability to swim, but otherwise, it's not in his repertoire. Huh. Oh, here we go again with the Yoku blocks. Let's see if we can keep up with that. Oh, shit. Oh, now we gotta wait for them to come down again. Oh! Gosh, darn it. We could also cheat using the magnet beam, but... unless I really lose my patience, I'm just gonna try and stick with it. Okay, there we go. Good. And here we go again with that. Here, I'm gonna study the pattern first before I make any moves. Oops. Alright, so that one comes back to that. Alright, let's get it rolling. Okay. There we go. Good. I mean, they're bad enough to jump over, but you know, that droning sound as well is guaranteed to drive you bonkers. Oh, jeez, I almost landed on that. And then you have to jump on these propeller guys whose movements are arbitrary and not always helpful to you. In fact, that one's not getting too close to the guy on the right. Okay, but we can do that. Once again, you can also cheat your way over using the magnet beam, which I will demonstrate if I die here. And then they throw these propeller penguins at us. But, Okay, good. Done good so far. There's a free one-up. Just hold left as you... Oh, darn it. Well, unfortunately, the forces of gravity did not favor me today, but I've got 5 lives in reserve anyway, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. Oh, once again, another big eye guarding the boss gate. And you very nearly squished me there. And, what do we see here? Oh yeah, those penguin guys. They're like those floating bullets from Bomb Man's level, but they don't explode when you hit them. Alright, so I'm going to prepare with the Elect Beam. Iceman does a lot of damage with his Ice Shredder, Ice Slasher, I mean, but he falls just as quickly to the Elect Beam. Like that. Like that. I'm just kind of showing off right now, I admit. Oof. Once again, another post-death Kaizo attempt, but thankfully I was at full life, so no problems. Alrighty, looks like we're already at the last one. Fireman, who I think's a good robot master to end the cycle on, because he's pretty tough and his stage is rough as well. Made a little easier, of course, if you have the Ice Slasher, because not only is he weak to it, but it has a bit of utility in the level itself, as I'll demonstrate when it's opportune to do so. Here we are again with the screws. This is obvious to say, but you don't always have to use the Mega Buster. Usually I do reserve special weapons for bosses, but, you know, sometimes there are weapons worth using. Like, the Elect Beam is probably the... Oh, hey, free bonus life. The Elect Beam is probably the best one in this game, because it covers a wide range and is incredibly powerful as well. So, see that, fire jet coming out? The Ice Slasher... in a total defiance of scientific processes, actually freezes the fire jets, which doesn't make sense because it should, like, dissipate into steam or something of the sort. And but you know, Mystery Science Theater 3000 logic. It's just a game. You should really. Well, I would say just relax, but, you know, if you relax too much in this, then you're gonna be obliterated, so... Oh, wow. I'm just having a real rush here. Like, I can play any Mega Man game for, like, hours on end. Theoretically, I could, like, marathon the entire series back-to-back if I had the time and energy to do so. Bottom line is, I just love Mega Man. Even the first installment here, like, really rough and prototypical as it is, it does show a good deal of tight level design that keeps you challenged without feeling too oppressed most of the time. Like, these games want you to beat them, but you have to learn to get better at them. Although, I gotta admit, this stretch here is pretty rough. And I'm not sure exactly when I should make my move. Okay, that'll do. Okay. You gotta watch out for the falling fire guys, too. And you have these flame corridors here. I forget how to get past this without getting damaged, so I'm going to demonstrate the magnet beam quickly. Where you can make your own platforms. They grow longer as you hold the fire button, or you can just make little stepping stones like that. Here's a floating bullet. Once again, don't shoot it point blank, or you will be damaged nonetheless, and oh man, these little skimmers here are very obnoxious. I want to see if the Elect Beam works on them. Oh wow, the Elect Beam actually kills those skimming robots. So, yeah, best weapon, arguably. Whoops. That was close. Careful, careful, and... no big eye this time, just a pair of flame jets guarding Fireman's doorstep. And... here are the fire screws again. No, wait, no, well, they fire bullets, but they don't shoot fire. Not everything necessarily has to be themed around fire in Fireman's level, but most things are. Alrighty, let's equip the Ice Slasher then, and try and destroy him as soon as possible, because Fireman is almost... he's arguably the hardest Robot Master, because it's really tough to dodge his shots. Like, they leave a little bit of fire on the ground after they're shot here, and I just basically have to make this battle of attrition before I die. Good, good. Whew. Alright, honestly I have no idea how long that took, but I am going to be taking a slight break here, and for the Part 2 video, save the obligatory storm on Dr. Wily's castle for that. So, I'm just going to take a pause and then get back to it, but I hope that you've enjoyed this playthrough of Mega Man so far. And, well, yep, I'm really terrible at ending my videos, but, you know, hope it's been fun, and Dr. Wily will definitely fall to my efforts, so, I'm just gonna shut up before I start speaking stupidly now. But, once again, this is Mike of the Video Game Lodge, Part 2 coming soon.